Hello everyone, Pappy Richard here. Hey, thanks for joining me. Today I'm out in my apiary and I'm going to prepare this hive that I have here for one of my friends. It's been an awesome swarm season for me. I've captured 9 swarms, made 7 splits. I'm up to 22 colonies. That's really a few more than I can manage. So I have a friend, Evie. She keeps one hive, lost it over the winter. So I promised her if I had a good swarm season this year, I'd make sure I got her a hive. I'm going to be moving this colony over to her house later this evening after dark. So I'm just going to take a peek in here, make sure it's doing okay. It seems to be okay. It's bringing in a lot of pollen. I did look at it a couple weeks ago. It wasn't real strong with brood yet, but I think it was a virgin queen that swarmed with this swarm. It was a smaller swarm. It was an after swarm. So it did take a little while for me to find eggs and brood in this colony, but I'm going to take a look. If it's strong enough, I'm going to use this one. If not, I'll try to find another one for her, but I'm not really sure what I'm going to find. So let's go ahead and take a look. Got my reading glasses on here and my veil up. And we'll get started. All right, let's get this block off of it here. Outer cover. Give them a little bit of smoke here. Just let them know I'm coming. A little bit on top. The inner cover off here. A little bit of smoke there, touch of smoke. Oh yeah, it looks like it's doing pretty good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Looks like they've built out at least 6 frames here, so that's good. First couple here on the side are not built out yet. They're pretty much empty, so I'm gonna put them to the side as well. And then we'll take a look at what we have here. If I do find the queen, I'm going to go ahead and mark her. I'll show you that process if we do find her. It's the first frame that has anything on it. Just looks like there's some comb that they're building out, and they have some honey stored there at the top. It's capped already, as a matter of fact, so not doing a real good job. Kind of some burr comb there. It may not have been waxed very well, but yeah, we'll deal with that. Let me take a look here. Ooh, this next one looks like it's got a lot of honey on it, so, and some brood. Well, it's got a good brood pattern on it. Let me show you this. Oh yeah, this queen's doing great. Oh yeah, look at that. Real good brood pattern on both sides. Spin it around here, take a look at that. Yep. I'm real happy with this. Yeah, this will be a good one for her. Take a look here, see if I can find the queen on this one. I did mark the queens in some of the swarms that I captured, but I don't remember if this was one of them or not. So she may have marked already, but if not, I'll go ahead and mark her today. Yeah, a big brood pattern there. Lots of capped honey around it, lots of nectar around it. So they might be on the verge of getting honeybound. Girls, you need to work on building some more comb out here. It's a nice calm colony as well, so this will be a good one for her. Not too much here. There's some brood on here. Not a lot. That must have hatched out. Yeah, there's eggs, and there's all eggs in this one. So you're doing a good job there, Queenie. I don't see her there. Yeah, not yet. All right, well, hopefully she's on here somewhere. Well, she's obviously here somewhere. I just have to find her. If I don't find her, it's not a huge deal. I would just like to have her marked for Evie, just so she has that ease of finding her later. Oh, another good brood pattern on this side. This colony is really getting ready to expand pretty rapidly here, I believe. All right, girl, where are you? Usually what happens is I go through all the frames one way, and then I switch and come back and look through them coming back the other way, and that, a lot of times that's when I find her. So yeah, we'll keep looking. Boy, that's two or three frames of brood already. Oh yeah, this is going to be a big buildup. All right, maybe this one. Look more. There's more. Looks like there's more brood down here. Maybe she's on this one. Look at that brood. Both sides. Real good. You'll probably tell me later that you saw her on one of these frames, and I missed her, but hey, that's all right. Sometimes you find them, sometimes you don't. This is actually a foundationless frame that had one of my swarms build out last year. So I have to be careful with how I turn this over so I don't break the comb off. They've done a pretty good job of fastening it to the frame, but you still could break it loose, and that just causes a big old mess, and we don't want that. All right, girl, I'm looking. Yeah, Evie, this is gonna be good for you. There's a bunch of brood in here. There's one more frame here. It's mostly it's like it's resources here. There's some. Yeah, well, it looks like they're just building this one out. Got some nectar in here. Looks like they're starting to cap some of this honey. I don't see her. Well, I got 2 more frames in here. I don't know. I doubt that she's over this far, but I mean, you never know. This one they haven't even built out all the way yet. They're still working on that. Nice fresh honeycomb there. Building out. And then the back is pretty filled out with some honeycomb as well. Working on that. Well, Evie, I'll go through them one more time here on the way back through. See if I can find her. I mean, we know she's in here. So, okay, so I've gone through these frames now a couple times very carefully again, and I'm not seeing the queen anywhere. It's not really essential that we find her, to be honest with you. We know she's in here. There's plenty of evidence that we have a queen, and she is laying. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got at least 5 frames of brood. I think it may even be on the 6th frame. So I'm going to transfer those into her hive tonight. I'll show you that in just a little bit here. After it gets closer to dusk, I'll package it all up and move it over to her house. So stick with me. I'll show you that in a little bit. Okay, so we're getting down to sunset now, and I'm getting ready to prepare this hive to move it over to my friend's house. So I'm going to secure it here with a ratchet strap. This just kind of helps keep all the components together so I can pick it up and move it. I'm going to crank that down here. Now, one of the other things I forgot to mention was that right after I got this hive, I let them get settled in for about 5 to 7 days, and then I went ahead and hit them with an oxalic acid vaporization treatment as a mite treatment. So there was no brood in the nest at that time, so it's a great time to hit the colony with the oxalic acid treatment, because they say they get about 95 to 98% effectiveness of killing out all the varroa by doing that. There's no brood for the varroa to go in with and to breed, so it knocks them all out, so that's a great thing. So should be off to a real great start here, and we'll get it moved over. The other thing I'm going to do is going to close the entrance off and just have a slat here. Got some ventilation holes for it. I'm going to put that over the entrance. Now, most of the foragers have made it back by now. I say most because there will be some stragglers. They haven't all made it back, I'm sure, but that's just fine. They'll go ahead and they'll adopt another colony here in the apiary, and they'll be well received, especially if they're bringing in resources. And there shouldn't be too many, but there will be a few stragglers, and that'll be just fine. So let me go ahead and get that as well, and then we'll get it moved to the pickup truck, and we'll get it moved over to the other apiary. Just a couple drywall screws here, hold it just till we get over there. That's all we need to do. About a 15-minute drive, so it's not real bad, but I did leave some ventilation there for them. I don't want them to get too hot. All right, there you go. We'll get it moved over to the pickup truck and get it out of here. There you can see the strap just holds it all together. Pick it up, move it, go wherever I want with it. So works out pretty well. Unfortunately, when I got the hive moved over to Evie's house, the audio on my phone was not working. So the rest of the video is really just me transferring the frames into her hive. She has a Warre hive, which just is a small frameless top bar hive that she uses. So I'll move the box over there next to that, and move the frames into that for her, and I'll show you a little bit of that here. So enjoy the rest of the video, and appreciate you watching. If you like this video, please hit the subscribe button maybe, and smash that like button as well. So, as always, thanks for joining Pappy Richard.